Hello, everybody. It's Boxing Bros UK. I'm Chris. This is my co-host Andrew, the Boxing Brain.
Hello, Chris. Hey, guys.
The topic for this video, we're going to talk about the big shouts on the undercard, which is Moses Itauma and Dennis McCann. They had great performances. So, who should we start with first?
We'll start with McCann, shall we? The Maidstone boy. Yeah. Both of these guys are from our neck of the woods, so we're very proud to be living in the southeast with these, and Archie Sharp as well. We won't talk about today. All from our neck of the woods, so which is a nice little side point to make.
Cherry on top. Right, go ahead, Dennis McCann, take it away.
Yeah, I'll be honest, and when we were doing a stream with our esteemed friends last bell, I didn't know too much about McCann, and I felt a bit bad about that as a Maidstone guy. So I kind of checked him out, seen a few of his fights, went back and watched this fight. 23 years of age, and he looks a really, really good prospect. I do worry that maybe as he goes through the levels, he maybe lacks a bit of power. I mean, there were times, Chris, I thought, he had him going. He had Baluta going. Baluta is a very durable gatekeeper in that division and has caused a few upsets. I was looking at his record. Like he's no mug, that Baluta, and I think McCann had to dig deep at times and showed good boxing skills, good jab. Southpaw, isn't he, as well? Nice little southpaw. Kept popping that right hand. Kept that right hand really busy, which I quite liked. It was actually a good fight, wasn't it, Chris? What did you think?
Sorry, I just dropped my phone there. I enjoyed the fight. I thought, like that Beluga guy, he is game. He's always game.
Durable,
but no one's ever hurt him like that before, because he never really, like you say, he's just durable. He's always game. He's always coming forward, don't take a step back. So he was able to back him up. I just think that he was being disciplined, and he wasn't going to be reckless and close the show, because I do believe that Luger was still dangerous, because he was clipping him. Like, it wasn't a fight where it was a shutout, but he had his moments and he was catching him sometimes. So I think it was like more a fact of don't get carried away, don't get silly, and get yourself knocked out trying to close the show. So he just kept stuck to his boxing and kept disciplined. And it was a really, really, really good performance. But there was times when I thought that the corner could have pulled that Beluga out and said, nah, you're not going to win, and you're just getting hurt bad. Because there was a point when McCann was landing body shots, like sickening ones. Like you could see that Beluga's legs was gone, and he was really, really hurt from the body shots, and he didn't want no more. He was taking it in the face and to protect the body, Yeah.
I think the Baluta clearly, I don't know if it was a game plan from the off, but he made it a very physically tough fight. And, and I noticed as well, as the fight was going on, he started abandoning his fundamentals. And again, I don't know too much of his history. I know a little bit about him, but he just abandoned his jab, Chris, and then he just started winging in shots from everywhere, winging hooks, and then McCann just kind of judged the distance well, got back to his fundamentals, and boxed the fighter, fight the boxer, and all that. But in the end, the boxer came out on trumps,
top.
As it were, came out on top. But Baluta, he was just swinging shots in left, right, and centre at times. It was just mad flurries. Like, he wasn't doing no jabs; he was just doing mad flurries. And then McCann was able to, he might get caught with the odd one, but he didn't engage in it. He didn't stand there and start swinging it out with him. He took up, take a step back, step around, get the jab going, set a trap, boom, hit him with a body shot. Like, it was a really good performance. It was a really, really good performance. What's next for McCann, though? You just beat me to it. You just beat me to it. I was looking into this a little bit, and I've sort of made a. I don't think he's ready for a new age just yet. We'll probably say that much.
Oh yeah.
Probably not, but he's
No.
ranked. I was looking at where he's at. He's 15th with the IBF, I believe, and he's kind of in and around the top sort of 20. You know, you've got Liam Davis, who's ranked 5th with a couple of governing bodies. You know, is that maybe if I look at Goodman, the Aussie, 19-0, Dehaney, the Irish guy. You know, I was looking at guys sort of in and around the top 15, 20. You know, and I think, you know, Liam Davis maybe a little bit of a step up. Is he ready for a world title shot? Probably not. He's very young. He's 23, Chris, isn't he? 23.
Yeah.
So
I think he needs
some more
a few more
learning
fights. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think he needs to fight someone similar skill set to him, like a boxer. You know, because he's fought a slugger. He's fought a hard. Like, obviously, he's got that in his locker. But now you need to see, can you outwork someone and outskill someone who's similar to you, kind of thing. I think he needs that kind of learning fight before he goes in for a world title. Because and obviously he just won the European title, so he's going to get a top 10 ranking now. I think when you in the EBE, I'm sure you go automatically go into the top 10, something along them lines.
Oh, you would have thought. You would have thought. Yeah. Now, I would have thought. Baluta's no mug and recognised. I would have thought he would. He would kind of be in and around. I mean, he's 15th with the IBF from what I saw. So I think he's going to be in and around that sort of margin. And then, you know, maybe 2 or 3 more fights in and around that level. And then you know, I knew he's going to move up, I would imagine. Is he? I know he's relatively small, isn't he, in Nue? He's just got that mad sort of power to weight ratio thing going on.
Yeah. So is the Nue undisputed, or has he got most of the belts, or has he only got?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's got all of them, isn't he? We have to double check.
Yeah, no, I think I think he is.
He has.
So I just have your learning fights and wait for a Nue to move up because you don't want that smoke really, unless in about 3 or 4 fights, if you think you can, If you're bit 3 or 4 fights to make yourself mandatory, you've got to take it. Or what's the point of being a fighter? But right now, no. Like I have a few learning fights. I'll probably say like Liam Davis will be a good one.
Yeah, well that's what I was looking at, and I thought that looked
or the Irishman.
Or the Irish guy. Yeah, because I think Davis is 5th in a couple of the governing bodies. So I think maybe that or the Irish fella. I think those two. I'm not sure what they're looking at actually, who they're looking at next, but that would be my guess.
Yeah, the Irish guy, they could do a big show in Dublin or something like that, couldn't they? You know? Yeah, you don't know. Yeah. I think it's Katie Taylor fighting soon. Get on the undercard of that.
God, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, because it wasn't Caroline Dubois. She was wasn't she having a bit? I think it was Caroline Dubois. Is it Caroline Daniel Dubois' sister? Was having a bit of a complicated Taylor saying, "Oh, she's holding the belt and all the rest of it." So I think at the moment she's wasn't there the Chantel Courtney?
Oh yeah,
another Chantel.
Well, either way,
that would be a trilogy, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Because she's got to go for that rematch, surely.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's a bit up in the air at the moment. If anybody knows, then let us know. If you've got any more
give us a shout out. Jump on an island card or any card anyway. Moving on, Moses Itauma, Mariusz Wach, the Polish nightmare.
Oh
wow!
Another local lad.
Yeah, from Chatham, just down the road.
Yeah, just to let everybody know, we're literally a town across from Chatham, and there seems to be something brewing in Chatham. A lot of fighters coming out.
Yeah,
and
something in the water.
As well as the guy that I live with as well, you know, who's going to be on that kind of radar as well. But I mean, Mariusz Wach, I mean, what is he? He must be about fucking 57 now, Mariusz Wach, isn't he? Fucking hell.
Yeah, but you know, the thing is, yeah, Mariusz Wach has been stopped on his feet through injuries and stuff. He's only ever been knocked down once.
Yeah.
Once in his whole career. Yes, I know he's getting old and all that and that stuff. But the fact that Moses Itauma dropped him like that, yeah, it says something. It does say something, you know, like, and he was just levels. He just showed the levels. Like, if you look at all the prospects out there, let's not forget Fraser Clark, yeah, recently, earlier this year, went 10 rounds with Mariusz Wach. Yeah?
Yeah.
And this is a guy that's
well, wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. And Fraser Clark's just fought for the British title with Fabio Wardley, yeah, in a very, very good fight. And look what I don't believe in triangle theories, like, obviously, because you can't really, this guy beat that guy, so this guy can beat that guy. But just what Moses Itauma shot, it never relates like that. But just the way that he performed against Moses Itauma performed, he counted everything that Mariusz Wach thrown. The blistering hand speed was out of this world. Like,
yeah,
and he didn't just like come in and try and steamroll him. He came in with a jab, and anything Mariusz Wach threw, and counted him on it. He didn't just like fuck about, like, oh, let's steamroll him, throw loads of punches, and get him and stop him on his feet. He used his boxing skills. And I was his hand speed, and I just think it was a great performance. But I really think that he needs to step up. Like, not I know don't run, but I just think he's that good that you can step him up fast. I just think he's that good. I'm not saying he's going to go and beat Joshua and fucking Fury and all them guys and Usyk, but I am saying this guy can fight Fabio Wardley or Fraser Clark right now and beat them. I believe that.
I think Warren said, didn't he? He said if he could make the fight tomorrow, this is what he said, it's a quote from Warren, that he would put him in there with Clark now. And I think what I was impressed with, and there's just a couple of things on my mind. I liked the angles he was showing as well, and the ring IQ, and you have to remember, like, the guy's 19. We just have to put this in perspective a little bit, because we're all going to get on the. And I noticed, I was listening to it live on TalkSport, then watched the fight this morning, and they're all kind of sort of getting all carried away. And I understand that we all get a bit hyped up, and next heavyweight prospects, and he's going to be the first youngest world champion since Mike Tyson. All this, right? Great, you know, and I love. But let's not get too carried away, right?
Yeah.
He hasn't had his chin tested yet. We don't know. Maybe he has got a fucking Oliver McCall type granite chin. I don't know, you know. But let's put him in with a couple of people that, you know, maybe are a little bit on the slide, but can punch a little bit and can maybe catch it. I just want to see him tested, his punch resistance tested a little bit.
Just hold on 1 second, Andrew. I've just got someone ringing me. 1 sec.
No worries. Yeah, I just don't want us to do what we can do in British sports, and that is, you know, and so I'm sure they're going to manage him correctly, and Frank Warren knows what he's doing. But let's not kind of put him through the levels too quickly. Then he gets. We nearly had that Dubois a little bit. I felt like they was trying to advance him a little bit too quickly, but he sort of, you know, turned it around. But I just don't want people to get. You know, he's a massive talent. You know, he's got that. You know, I saw people in the comments sort of saying, "Oh, he's a relatively small heavyweight," and it's, well, you know, he's kind of. I wouldn't say he's small, but he's got that kind of. He's clearly got power. He's clearly got speed, and I think that's all going to play to his advantage.
And the thing is, I don't know why people say Usyk's small.
Yeah, it seems to be a thing that comes out of the mass.
He just whooped Fury's ass, and he's 6'9". So I don't think it matters about how big you are. To be fair,
I see this a lot, and I find it a bit bizarre. And I think because the new breed of heavyweight, you look over, the Wilders, the Furies, the Ages over the years, obviously Dubois a big, solid heavyweight. And I think people look into that too much. But he's more than big enough. But he makes up for it. His hand speed, his jab, he's got some ring craft, loads of punches. It's very, very exciting fighter. Got a big skill set, and I just think, trying to look at him and look for weaknesses already, and that was
don't do that. Don't do that, people. Don't do that. Like, let's get behind this kid. Fucking hell. Like, he's a talent. He's
carried away. It's keeping it a balance. Let's not get too carried away.
But I definitely think he needs to step up. And he needs to step up for his own good, because he's too good. Like, I believe he's like Johnny Fisher, Fabio Wardley. Like, Fraser Clark is very old and slow. He's like in his 30s, and he's only at British level. So I just think he's going to be like another. He's going to be another Joe Joyce. He just ain't going to go nowhere really in boxing, apart from maybe just beyond British level. And I just think that Moses Itauma is just a little bit above that level, like European level, but he still needs to have the fights. I say he should fight a Fabio Wardley now, or a Fraser Clark now, a David Adelaide, or even get the English title, Solomon Dakers.
Solomon Dakers? Yeah.
But I think Solomon Dakers will be good because I don't know what his chin's like, but he's a wily fighter. He can use a bit of spoiling tactics. He won't just go over. He'll do everything he can to survive, but he doesn't have any power to keep Moses Itauma off him with them fast hands. Moses might just blow him out. You don't put. That's the only thing. But it's a title. It's an English title, and if he wins that, then become mandatory for Fabio Wardley's title. And if we don't fight him, you've got to give it up. And please don't say Johnny Fisher. I just think Moses Itauma would absolutely dismantle Johnny Fisher. I just feel like Johnny Fisher's just not like Johnny Fisher, Solomon Dakers. Like, that will be a good 50-50 fight. Like, you don't know, but Johnny Fisher, Moses Itauma is going to knock that guy out in about 2 rounds. Because he's just too Moses Itauma's too polished, too sharp. His hands are too fast. His counter punching is too good. His movement is that You won't be hitting him with a looping right hands.
And the thing is, they're just not, from a business point of view, from the promoter's point of view, you have to sort of look at it from their point of view. They're not going to throw Johnny Fisher in there. He's too much of a kind of cash cow at the moment to risk that, because if he goes in money, because there's levels to this game, and in terms of skill set, look, you've always got a puncher's chance when you're as strong as John Fisher is, but he's probably just going to blow right through him at this stage, and then Johnny Fisher's brand, his marketability, take no side. So from as frustrating as it is, because I know people are going to go, oh, that's the fight we want to see. Yeah, that's what the fans want, but business-wise, it just doesn't make sense, and that's just a fact of boxing.
Yeah, it's like that's why Deontay Wilder kept his belt for so long, because it's one of them things. Yeah, like as soon as if he went in with Moses, they want to milk that, because Johnny Fisher sells loads of tickets, so they need to milk that and match him carefully. And he hasn't had an amateur career, to be fair to him, so he needs chance to improve. He needs chance to improve and get better before he goes in. Where Moses Itauma I'll just say he's a special fighter. He's special.
Special talent.
So he's a special talent. So it's different. Like he can win fights now. He's one of them ones. So so Yeah, I just think he needs to step up, like the Solomon Dakers, David Adelaide. I don't really rate David Adelaide, to be honest. I've never really rated him. So, but he just needs to
Mm,
step up. Like, even if he went in for Fraser Clark or Fabio Wardley right now, I'd be happy with that fight. Or Solomon Dakers for the English title. Yeah,
yeah,
what like
yeah,
something like that. But he definitely needs to step up for himself because he's that good that he needs a challenge. Steel sharpens steel. He needs something to challenge him because he's
yeah.
already so good at that level, you know.
Yeah, it's going to be fascinating. I think the next 3 fights they put Moses Itauma in is really interesting because I'm interested to see, how quickly, because it's a real fine balance. Because if it's kind of a lot of these kind of gatekeepers, the Mariusz Wachs, maybe they put him with Takam. Yeah, I think he's still going. Then what'll happen is people go, okay, and then eventually they'll start to go, oh, come on, all right, enough's enough now. But it's
Yeah,
getting matchmaking just right. It's
yeah,
kind of not, because someone like a Takam or even a Chisora, I mean, a Chisora, I'm just using that as him as an
yeah,
example. It's just that he's just going to blow through these types of guys, right? The slower guys, the older guys, the gatekeeper guys. He's
yeah,
too powerful, too young, fresh, full of determination, momentum. Like he's got to be put in with the right. I mean, maybe David Adelaide might be a good one, but I think David Adelaide's confidence is probably shot to bits. I would imagine. I don't know.
yeah.
That could be a shocker as well. So I don't know.
I just,
I wouldn't know what
I
to do
just
with
don't
it.
really, I don't really rate David Adelaide. To be fair, I've never really rated him. Like,
Yeah,
I just think Moses will blow through him easy.
I think Solomon Dakers, but I'm not sure Solomon Dakers would want any part of it. This is the thing. I
Yeah,
don't think. I think the other problem is people going to look at Atoba and go, oh, like a kind of high risk, low reward.
yeah.
That.
It's gonna be like who needs him
All
kind
right.
of guy. Like,
No, I mean, do I really want to get? Yeah, it's a real
Frank
little
Warren's got to
difficult
get that.
one.
He's got to get that money out there to get him some opponents, hasn't he?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
He's got
It's a bit
got
like
to
the
do it.
Bacoli situation, Chris, in a way. Like Bacoli's got that, he's got that reputation, more inspiring, I know, but he's again, it's that kind of why would you fight him unless you had to? It's that kind of element to it.
Mm. Yeah, so I just think, yeah, so let's hope he gets a step up then anyway. And
Yeah.
I think that concludes from the undercard, guys.
Like and
Boxing Bros
subscribe.
UK, like and sub, like and sub.